There it is. Wow, just like that. Are we gonna test the sound and everything?
Yeah.
Alright. So we just have a natural conversation, and then we'll figure out the sound that they can hear us from. Great. All right. This is the Bocce Bros Casting Couch Series. Welcome, guys.
What's up, Dante?
Jerry Flesher and Michael Chipola. How you guys doing?
What's up, bro?
This is our first. We're testing this out right now. So if you're just tuning in, you're probably coming into the conversation. We got Cooge in the background. He's gonna give us the sound tests, and then we'll go from there.
Where's the unit at?
And we need the unit. We'll have them call in at some point. That'll be interesting. And then we're going to talk everything high stakes tomorrow, which is happening at Jerry's World here. We're on court 3 currently, the brand new court, which if you're just tuning in, you've never heard of Jerry's World, this is someone's house, right? Whose house is this, Jerry?
He's sleeping.
The owner?
He's sound asleep.
Does he know this is happening?
He knows. We tried to get him on. He said, no, I'm going to go to bed. He'll probably be up at about 5:30, coming out here and doing some more work.
Yeah, bless him. So, what are some things, I don't want to spoil too much, but what are some things we're looking forward to tomorrow? Anything, I know, it sounds good, Cooch? Cooch, sounds good?
Yes, just make sure we talk a little loud.
Just talk loud.
We're looking for good bocce.
Good bocce?
Yeah, a lot of competition. We're looking for, obviously a good time, good sportsmanship.
So today was like I told these guys, today was my last day at my job. I just quit and going to work at another place in a couple weeks. But I was telling them what I was doing this week, and they all know I play bocce, but they don't really know bocce. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to play in a high stakes tournament. They're like, what's a high stakes tournament even mean? I say, well, about 20K for first place. So let's go over that right now. So to get in this tournament, you have to reach out to you guys. It's not invite only, right? No, right? And what is it per team?
1,200.
1,200 team?
1,200 team.
Okay. And so for only the top 3 get paid out, whereas opposed to other regular normal tournaments usually pay out maybe 5 or 6. But this is high stakes, so I kind of like that. It's the top 3.
Yeah.
So what is first place looking to get?
$18,000.
$18,000.
Not bad.
That's $4,500 a person.
Not bad. What's your scroll of paper there?
Oh, this is, we got questions for him
All
tonight.
right, questions. You can see a bracket there too. I like it.
So you guys know pretty much more about every tournament than anyone else. Does anyone else give out even close to 18 grand to the winner?
No. Not top prize.
The only tournament that I've heard of in the 2 years that I've been playing bocce competitively is the ABB's first tournament they won in Chicago. I just randomly gave them a check for like, what was it, 15?
I think 15.
And that was the guy
Was that the one where they went in the mirror with the money?
Yeah.
Remember that picture in the mirror with the money?
And where's I going with that?
What's
That was
Dallas?
sponsored. That was sponsored.
What's
though.
Dallas
So this
give
isn't
out?
I remember that.
This isn't just. We're not just getting money from handouts here. This is all the people who play.
All buy-in money.
Buying money.
What's Dallas
team.
give
So
out?
no one. That's not.
I don't know what, Dallas, you get the name of horse.
Dallas, you get like 4. Dallas is pretty decent for bang for about 4K. Plus, you get the naming rights to a thoroughbred racehorse, November 10th and 11th. Shout out to Big E.
Yep.
We have a.
Is he coming to this?
Shockingly, no. That's already announced. He'll be here. He almost came a couple weeks ago last term.
Oh, because we need to want to call this on.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah.
All right, let's talk high stakes. Let's talk teams. Because I want to hear what we got tomorrow.
So I was just asking these guys who they're playing with. They typically play Jerry, Pass, Chipola, and now they got DeCello on the team.
Yeah, we got Frank.
They call
So you
him-
guys went second place with Rick Lee and you kicked him off. I'm confused.
I mean-
you get second place in a high stakes and you don't run it back?
It's a good question.
I mean, to be honest with you, didn't even think about it. We were sitting right over there.
At the
It was
bar.
a,
At the bar.
Tuesday night league. Frank was drinking. What's he drink? What's that? Not Modelo. What's he drink? He's got his beer over there. And I said, hey, Frank, you want to play with us in the high stakes? He goes, no. Mike goes, well, there you go. No one wants to play with us. I go, yeah, fuck it then. We'll make it a 3-man. And about 3 weeks later, he calls me up and he goes, you're never going to believe it. You can tell the rest of it. He saw me answer to him.
Yeah, Frank said, I'm in. We were like, cool. I mean, it's not the first time a successful team, you just change teams for no reason.
Yeah.
I mean,
It happens. Oh no, it happens.
There was,
if I was on the other end of that, I'd be pissed.
there was
I
no
mean, what are you
reason.
going to do?
There was no
Now?
reason.
There was no personal reason,
Yeah,
you know.
happens all the time.
All right, so who, Mike, are your favorites tomorrow? Give me a couple.
I'm at a disadvantage because I know who the people are, but I don't know the out-of-town teams too well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I see them, I might know them. I don't know how they play together. You know, PNC, I don't know those guys. So, you know, as far as favorites, you can't count out the team who won it last year. In my opinion, you can't count out ABV. They're always there at the end, in my opinion. But, you know, every day is a different day. You have everybody, pretty much everybody, I would say 19 out of the 23 teams in this game, if they get hot, they can win. You know, everybody knows how to play. You just got to get hot.
I mean, every roster's stacked.
Right.
I'm curious to see how the teams who've never played here before. Like I don't think like a New York team's ever played here before, right?
Yeah, but I mean, if you know how to play bocce, and
that's true.
there's no. These courts are true in my opinion. There's no bananas. You know, you go to you know, no disrespect, you go to MVR, and you know everybody knows you got to throw it this way. The ball goes this way.
Falls in the river.
You know, but here everything's pretty. You know what I mean? I don't think there's a real advantage. That a couple of games, everybody be.
I agree. No advantage. I feel that these are some of the courts that get mentioned the most. I feel like on our podcast when we ask, "What are some of your favorite courts?" And like, you know, like obviously Jerry's.
These are our best courts. I mean, come on.
Yeah, they're excavators. So
They are the best courts. I mean, they're the best courts in the league, period.
I would agree.
Jerry, what do you think? Who are your favorites?
Indoor, yeah.
Indoor, for sure.
I know I'll take a lot of heat because they'll say that I'm blowing these guys, but I mean ABV's always there. Now notoriously, they haven't been there here, but I don't know how many tournaments they've played together with their whole team.
They're here.
Not many. This one, not many here.
I know one for sure, maybe two.
I mean, listen, as we've seen before, last year when we came here, we picked up Rick the week of because we didn't have a guy. Nothing against Rick.
Yeah.
We didn't have a guy. We were going to a high stakes tournament with 3 people. We ended up finishing in second. You know, so anything can happen. You know, I mean, so, and I guess it gets who gets hot. You know, and but that's any tournament. You know, but I don't know the team that won Nome, and I know it's not the same team.
North County Graphics.
I mean, everyone's on them.
Yep.
I don't know, maybe Pete's team.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Molsani 4.
You know,
James Savaggio's team.
CPF.
So wait,
you know.
yeah, CPF. I mean, Federico does every time he's here, he places.
Yeah.
So, and then you look at like some other teams like Steve. It's coming a little different with
But
Andrew
not in
Hines.
high stakes last year, Federico didn't place. But the year before he won it, I believe.
Yes.
I'm not
He won the
mistaken.
first one.
He won the first one.
And he won our last tournament.
Right. Yeah.
Questionable call on that last tournament. Questionable
I
call.
heard you guys
What was
were
it?
Yeah, well,
But
Croach went for it all.
Croach
I got it. But listen, I'm busting.
You don't have much
I'm
say
busting-
when Croach is on your
I'm
team.
busting Anthony's
Right.
balls. So listen, but Morgano's coming with a way different team.
True.
Who's he playing with?
He's playing with Sal Santillo,
Carlo?
Carlo, and Dan.
Anger management, right?
Yeah.
That's a good team.
Yeah,
Trebek.
Trebek.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good team.
I
Yeah,
mean,
really good team.
I mean,
is a good team.
in league here, playing here, Dan and Steve do really well, so they're here. Sal points well no matter where he is. And then Carlo.
It's going to be interesting.
All right, let's run down some games. You guys pick who wins, okay?
Okay, yeah, sure.
All right, Magas versus Molsani 4.
Molisani 4.
Like,
Molsani 4.
Cthulhu Prime Meats versus ITAM 39ers.
Who is ITM 39ers?
It's Bubba Steve.
Yeah, Bubba. It's more of an MDR.
And Cthulhu is
Danny Cthulhu, Angelo Cthulhu, Dante Lovell.
Lovell Brothers, Cthulhu Brothers, Love Cat.
Who's the two other ones on?
I gotta look. All right, we'll come back to that. Bad Action versus you guys. Oh, we'll go with you guys for that one.
well, I don't know, man.
Bad Action's a good team, right?
Yeah.
They're not bad.
Yeah, they're not bad. I mean, I'm gonna pick us. You know, I'm not gonna go into the game trying to lose. That's for damn sure. I say we beat them.
All right, the ITAM 39ers are here in a second. All right, next one. Nuovi Amicis versus Molsani Concessions.
That's a good game.
Molsani concessions would be done.
Chivetti, Bobby
Seven
Gentile,
people.
Johnny, and Rondog.
Ron Dog on the team.
They got a lot of talent there, you know, who knows? That's going to be a good game. I mean,
I'm going upset. I'm going Kentucky.
I'll go Dante.
All right.
Chiavetti.
All right. TC Construction versus, I believe he's top 5, Matt Taylor.
This is an interesting game. On paper, Taylor team is pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I think that's one of the ones I'm looking for an upset in the first round.
Yeah,
You think that's an upset in the first round?
Possible.
very possible.
Okay. Now this draw was crazy. CPF versus ABV just played them 2 times at Club Milwaukee, and they get them first round games in a high stakes.
Yeah, I'm sure they're
What
going
are
to
the odds?
You guys saw it, you know.
Crazy. I go ABV taking this one. If you ask me, they're coming for revenge.
I was told by a birdie that all 4 ABV players didn't want to play in the last game last weekend. They didn't care.
Yeah.
So, and I said, how do you? I wish my team could not care and make it
To be in the finals.
I mean, how does that happen?
Why?
I don't know.
I know that Dennis and Croach
I
were
think it was
napping before the finals.
It was the birthday weekend. I think they wanted to go out for birthdays, wasn't it?
That makes sense.
I'm-
That's
it
probably
was,
why-
yeah.
I'm taking ABV.
That's probably why they were
I'm
napping.
taking
ABV.
All right, ITAM 39ers, Stephen Fonte, Tim Wilson, Mike Robertson, and Bo Wetzel.
It doesn't.
I'm going with who is it?
Cthulhu Prime Meats or ITAM 39ers?
I'm going with
Catulo.
All right, then we got Versace Law, who placed 6th at Wycliffe, versus Molisani 7, who are the runners-up or the winners of last year.
But wait, Versace lost the team.
But Versace Law
Doesn't-
now
isn't it-
changed one player. It's now one player changed.
Yeah, so one
It's
player
Rick Lee
change.
for Augusto, right?
Checking, I believe so. Yes. Yes.
Who do they play?
Molisani.
They play the winners of last year. Salvaggio, Dave Melorano, Jason Melorano, and Joe Plumbo.
I'm going with Savaggio's team.
I say there's no way Salvaggio's team wins again. I think it's just too hard to repeat.
I mean, I'll be honest. I was telling these guys. I think we've had what, 2 high stakes, 2 men and 4 men, 3.
This will be your 3rd.
It's
This
a
will be our
third.
3rd.
Yeah.
Dave's won 2 of 2,
Yeah. Yeah.
and Jason's won
I have
1 of 2.
No.
Yeah, Dave won the 2-man with Frank.
Oh, the 2-man.
Yes.
okay, I thought you meant the
and
4-man.
they beat
Okay,
us.
yes.
And they beat us last year in the 4-man.
Yeah.
So I know.
So Dave Melorano last year won Devil's Trucking High Stakes and St. Anthony's High Stakes. So he actually won 2 high stakes tournaments last year.
And he won the 2-man.
And then this year he wins the 2-man. So he's actually won 3 high stakes.
And he still has his first communion money. Which is crazy.
But you know, Dave's a different guy though. He's married now. I don't know if he's got the fire anymore.
Oh.
I mean, that pick that Dante had, Jason over Dave, I still question, but we won't go there.
It's been talked about since then. Okay, so screw the games now. Bring up the prop bets because I was sent a PDF file of 18
Oh, yeah.
different prop bets.
Oh, I don't.
I got it right on my phone right here. Hold on, I got it
We're
right here.
selling you.
What's that? You.
Who made these? Because I think a couple teams were left out.
So, what part should we start with on here? Should we start with the prop bets?
Let's go with the problem.
Right? So, will Tim Tripepi play with the new team next year? Yes is minus 120. No is plus 130.
100% yes.
Will Dennis Sternad?
Wait, are we answering? Are we?
Oh no, it's up to you to answer. Honestly, we could. I was just going through them. Might as well answer them.
You think it's yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's he playing with this year?
He's on Sean Pepe again.
Sean Baby.
For this, yes.
Yes. Okay. Will Dennis Sternad retire from bocce like he's been saying for several years?
No.
Yeah, I'll hammer the no on that one all day. How many pizzas will Rocky Pinzone eat? The over is 4.5 minus 140. The under is 4.5 plus 200. That's easy.
Over.
Yeah.
4.5 pizza?
Wait, it's complimentary. It's all high stakes. It's a long day.
I mean,
He should have went pieces of pizza. That's a fucking lock.
Yeah.
I mean, Rocky comes to league play and doesn't play and eats.
Hey, it's, like I said,
He's
long
the
day.
best.
It's a long day whether you're
I
playing or
remember the
not.
first time Mike showed me Rocky. He was shooting a ball with a piece of sausage hanging out of his
And he
mouth.
probably hit the ball.
Oh yeah, he hit the ball.
Always. That guy's underrated.
So this is my first time. I tried saving these to read on the show right here. So I'm just seeing these for the first time. But the number of times Fanucci stomps his foot to slow the ball down, which is
That's terrible.
over 27 and a half or under 27 and a half.
That's awesome.
That's wow. Hopefully it's an under for them.
No. Hopefully it's an over for them because if it's over, then that means they play 3 games.
All right, I like the next one. What time will Jerry Sr. go to bed? Is it over 9:47 or under 9:47?
Under. No
Yeah, I mean,
nap under. No nap
It's
under.
9:50 right now. Yeah.
He's already in bed.
He's gone. He gonzo.
Who will the unit kiss ass with first?
Rossi.
Rossi, DeFranco, or the field?
Rossi.
Rossi.
Guy loves Rossi.
Oh man. All right, this one's a tough one. Total points scored by Magas. Over 12 and a half or under 12 and a half?
That's rough.
What are the games up to?
Well,
That's a good question.
that is a good question. That's something we got to talk about.
Ooh. Who's the first to call Jose for the 2023 high stakes? Is it Pete Melrano, Frank DeSilla, or Tim Trepepi?
Yeah. If not,
Youth football. Does Willoughby win 2.5?
I got to say no. I mean, Pos ain't watching this podcast, but I got to say no.
is Pos coach there?
We'll move on. Will the Bocce Bros have strong enough Wi-Fi to run the game?
That's a question everyone's wanting to know.
We got a lot of requests for tomorrow.
We'll see. We'll find
We got
out.
a lot of big
We'll
matchups.
find out.
We have a poster.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Look at this. We'll be all right.
See if it works.
We'll be all right.
We're gonna try it.
Positivity, positive attitude is half the battle, guys.
All right, let's talk some players while we have it as it's coming up. So, I updated the standings per se that I kind of track. The winner, the amount of people that have 5 wins right now are Matt Taylor and Stu. Now, let me tell you the tournaments they've won, so you guys can get the context for this. The Roger Mangier Memorial, 2-man. The Cascade Classic, 3-man. Those are both in PA. Mount Carmel Society, 4-man, which is in Youngstown, I believe, right?
Yeah, Louisville.
IMDS, which is PA again, and then Devil's Fall. So they won
The last.
one in Cleveland.
All right.
But they have 5 wins each.
I don't know anything about those other tournaments. Are they legit? Or how are they?
That's the question.
That's the
I
question.
think that's the
There's
question.
enough
So, I
people
mean-
to the challenges. I don't know, you tell me.
Do you guys know anything about the tournaments, the talent?
I know IMBS has good talent, no doubt, and it's a
Okay.
different atmosphere to play. It's a fun one to play in. Highly
Right.
recommend it. But not as many Cleveland teams go, which is it's a piece of conversation to be had.
Okay.
You know, but it's still good talent. For that being said, still got to throw.
Yeah,
a
no,
ball.
I understand what you're saying.
I mean, this is the ultimate question. You guys are not from Cleveland, obviously. I mean, is everyone going to agree that as a whole, Cleveland has the best bocce players? It's not even close.
By far. I mean, I track every player. I can tell you where half of them come from. More than half, Cleveland.
And there's not even people on your list that are even that you can say you could pull off that aren't even on your list from Cleveland and from other places. But
Yeah.
I'm not discounting best for best,
Yeah.
but a number of competition.
I look
Yeah.
at when I look at this. I mean, I know I'm counting pure win, which I get, but I look at also who's in those brackets, and a lot of the wins that was higher up don't have a lot of Cleveland people in them. Then you go to the Cleveland teams. Now you get people like Dennis, Roche, Bravada, Aveni, DeSillo, like DeFranco, Federico. I mean, they're winning majors where pretty much all of Cleveland came into play.
So, what was the question about?
I'm just saying, you know, per wins, Matt Taylor and Stewie have 5 wins. They have the highest amount across all bocce players. Then coming in second is Dennis Sternad and Frank DeSilva. And Frank and Dennis are highly respectable. Now we gotta look at the squad we play with. Does Dennis win without a Croce and a Benny and Frabata? I don't know.
He's one with us.
Oh, with us.
He's one with Pete and Ron Dog too. So,
I mean, it's, you know,
yeah.
I don't know how many. Frank has played, I think, with all different teams, but he's won Devils Trucking 2-man. I think Dave Milano, right? Farrell
Dave's
Summer,
watching right now, by the way.
Farrell Summer Classic. I think he won that with Pino, Pete, and maybe it was Russ, if I can remember right. JAC Cool Down. He won here, and then Little League Feast Friday, which I count.
Yeah. I mean,
this goes back to me like when you get like ranked in any sport, and the guy who plays in 50 tournaments and places in 25 of them is going to get ranked ahead of the guy who plays in 10 tournaments and places in 2 of them.
it's true.
I mean, so those guys are all good players.
Yeah.
All good players.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that, you know, what'd you say, Cascade Falls? I don't even know what that is.
Cascade Classic.
Cascade Park, yeah, 3-man, I think.
Maybe it's good. I don't know. So I can't answer that. So.
No, I mean, it's just a question.
I mean, I know when I saw them play against these guys in the last tournament, when it was me, Emily, and Dr. Phil watching the last game, it was. I mean, what's his name was on fire.
Yeah, still.
It was on fire. You know, so I mean, they can play. Yeah.
I mean, it's tough. Ranking's tough. You know, we've been asked to rank players. It's a tough thing because you have people that don't play a lot. Like Dennis and Croce don't play a lot, but then they place in almost everything.
I think we found out that some people like lists and some people
don't.
don't like lists.
Yeah, Dante, why don't we talk about that?
I've said my 2 cents about it.
What, you don't like lists?
No, I love lists. You don't
Dante posted the people that did get drafted.
Remember?
I didn't see it because I'm not on that thing, but yeah, I was on the cease and desist. You know?
Yeah. This is this order.
Okay,
I talked about it in the last episode.
It's 4 people's opinions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
You get a different 4 people, the whole list will be different.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we harped on last
If
episode.
you're taking it personal, then you should.
Exactly.
One person has 2 majors this year. Felice Scala. He's won Rome and impressive. Pretty impressive.
Shout out to
Is
Felice.
he playing in this?
Yeah, he is. He's playing, I think, with CPF.
Yeah, he's with CPF. They're playing their MDR team. Which one MDR? Pete Malrano, Jim DeFranco, Chris Federico, and Felice.
Pete's not playing with them.
Chris Federico, Jim DeFranco, Felice,
Tony.
and Tony Malrano.
Senior.
Sorry, Tony.
Good team.
It's a good team. We ran into him.
No bad teams.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Well,
No.
there's a couple bad teams.
Who?
Who?
Yeah, who are the bad teams? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to say bad teams, but
Who are the weakest?
Who are the
teams
weakest teams?
in this tournament?
I mean,
With no, obviously it's no stress.
to be honest with you, what could happen? What could happen? I mean, I got to say it. I mean,
Most likely not to hit.
I love him, but I mean, my dad's team is, you know, he's here to play.
Yeah.
He's not.
Who's he playing with?
He's playing with Fanucci, he's playing with Donnie, and he's playing with Nick the Stick.
Yeah.
Could they beat us? 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, anyone can beat anyone.
The likeliness of
Yeah.
winning it is,
Yeah.
you know.
Tough.
I think that, you know, AJ's team is probably going to have a hard time with winning it all. Could they win? Yeah.
Monaco's team's going to have a hard time winning it all, in my opinion.
Yeah. And we can have a hard time. We don't.
My team as well. My team.
I understand.
Never any team.
It's unlikely. Very unlikely.
Well, I mean, you know, I think Dante Felicio was putting us up with a couple of teams, and I said, Dante, I don't know.
It all depends, right?
It's tough. It depends who shows up tomorrow. Like you said, someone catches fire. I mean, these courts are so good, you can stick around.
But you also got guys that are playing with different guys, and we'll see how they gel.
that's
So we got a couple guys that are playing 3 shooters, 1 pointer. They don't usually do that. We got a couple guys that are playing, you know, Coach brought this up to me the other day, I'm not going to name the team, but he's like, you got 2 leadoff guys who never go second.
Right.
That's a big thing. I don't care what anyone says. When there's balls in the court,
different.
it's a whole
It's
different ball game going. You know?
Plus, that person's not used to that, so they're just.
And
a
then
little off.
now let's throw in when we go to the top 8 and someone's playing for 18 grand. And let's see who's like shaking when they go to do
Do you think people think about the money tomorrow?
100%.
I think there's going to be a certain point where they start to.
Yeah.
And I think we all have people, maybe not, but I think we know or have people in mind that when the pressure's on, they tighten up. Or if you get loud, they don't respond to, you know, a team getting loud. When I say getting loud, I mean like cheering your guys on. Like, let's fucking go. Not like talking shit.
What's the chance of someone splitting at the end?
Why isn't that a prop bet? Is that allowed? Are we going to allow that?
What would you rather have, the money or the win?
Both. So I'm not
You had a
splitting.
choice.
I'm not
I
splitting.
mean, you're
This
talking,
one,
you're
I'm not
talking
talking
$9
about
grand.
I'm not talking about
Okay.
splitting.
In this one,
You're talking $9 grand.
I'm not talking about splitting. I'm saying, what would you rather have,
in this one, I want the money.
money or the win?
The money.
If I'm in Wycliffe, I want the win.
Typically, I always say.
I mean, you're gonna pay for all my tournaments next year. Come on.
Yeah. Typically, I always say the win. I always say the win. But this scenario, I'm going to say.
If you're throwing a major, I want the win. If you're
Right.
throwing the money here, I want the money.
This is interesting. On the way up, though, in the long 3-hour car ride, I was like, I just thought the people who are playing in this are the diehards. Like, they don't care. They want to
Look around every tournament. The same 32 to 40
Yeah,
people
right,
are
right.
topping.
Right.
I mean, every time.
Yep.
Every time. It's crazy.
So it'll be fun, no doubt. Because it's going to be. Are we getting any refs? Do we need refs to come on by?
That's a good question. Someone asked me that today when I was explaining.
I think we
this
should
to them.
sign up refs for time.
So hey, if you're watching this and you're not participating, or people who are participating can ref too. I just don't want
No,
someone.
but I mean, you get down to that final 6-8 games, you call for a measurement.
It can't be anyone on the court. I think.
No.
Can't be anybody drinking, that's for damn sure.
Yes.
But I mean, you gotta have someone.
Well, see, some people get upset because, like, you guys have the concede rule up here. I don't know. Do we play that here? If you call the other team that ball's out, do we play that here?
What do you mean?
So, like, let's say the frame plays out, 2 balls
you
go out,
concede your ball, it's
and I
out.
concede my ball, it's out, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some people don't like a ref here because the ref's like, oh, we should measure that, and then they're measuring, but then if someone has a bad eye on the other team, you're conceding.
Well, there's going to be a lot more measuring tomorrow than
I
that.
think so.
No doubt about it.
But back to the question.
No, what was the question?
Refs,
No.
money.
Does anyone split at the end?
I wouldn't be shocked. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked
If it's
at all.
1 in the morning and I can take
Yeah,
9 grand.
it'll probably be late, right? I feel like all of these tournaments, especially with the big ones. people
Yeah, but
take
you
their-
can't split if you're in a winner's bracket. No.
Well, it's
no
20.
way.
It's 23. It's
You know what I'm saying?
23.
What do you mean if you're in the
23
winners
fine.
bracket? You
18
20
and
You
five.
gotta get beat twice.
18 and 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
18 and 5.
I would
Yeah.
split, but you better give me.
Yeah.
You're
And
getting
all games is 16 tomorrow.
I would have to lose that first.
Last year was 14.
Well, we haven't decided. It was we gotta watch. So Friday we were supposed to be trying. We weren't supposed to be, but when we saw
we were
everything
thinking about
coming
on
in,
Friday, yes.
Mike said to me, "Listen, man, I don't know if we can get this in Saturday. Let's see if we can do Friday." He goes, "But some of these teams might not be able to come."
Right.
He put it out, and I think 6 teams could play that. We figured out we could have got 3. We could have got 4 games, and 2 of them would have been into the second round.
We weren't gonna come over for that. I mean, that's ridiculous.
And
Doesn't do it.
so now everyone's, like, the last tournament ended at 2:30.
No, 1:30.
1:30?
1:30.
Okay,
130, 12, it was 12,
1:30.
and
24 teams to
it
14.
was
1:30.
2014.
So as long as we decide before tomorrow morning.
But that was a lot. I mean, not that games weren't being played. There was still a lot of fooling around.
What do you guys
Yeah,
think?
there was.
I mean, there was
There's
leather
lollygags
pants
and
and shit.
yeah.
We're kicking it around. What do you guys think? 14, 16? Does it matter?
I mean, I think because how much money's on the line, 16 feels like it's the right thing to do, but then there's the time aspect of it.
Why can't you do?
I think 14 is also like I don't.
And you could do the losers winners.
Still
You
good.
could do 16-14.
Right. I mean, all the big tournaments, for the most part, they're 14.
Yeah. I mean, 14's fine.
I don't think there's.
As long as you know before the game what you
As
got.
long as you know.
No one's ever played a 16. I mean, what tournament?
We do
don't-
16 for
for the
King of Court.
We're weird for
Singles.
that. Yeah, that's a
By the
lot.
way, who won the
I mean,
King of Court?
It's a lot.
Still playing. He's in the winner's
Well,
bracket.
who won our matchup though?
That's what I was asking. Who
Yeah.
won the King?
I told you, 16-14.
No,
I should have won. I got screwed on.
I was up 10-3. I let you back in the game.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Calm Kujini.
Dude, who was calm Kujini?
Very calm. Always fighting.
So, is that why you're playing with the same exact team? Because you guys finished third? And you bring
Is that right?
bring it back to Mojo?
Right back.
You got
You got
Chris.
Chris, Mike, Scotty, and
who's Scotty? Oh, Scotty.
Scotty.
Okay, yeah.
Kentucky Couge is what we're calling him.
Yeah, I got you.
Kentucky
that's
Couge.
Ohio State badge. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
that's nice.
Just make sure. It's Ohio State. I don't know, 16-14, it's a good question. I guess we'll find out tomorrow morning.
Right? No one's gonna have a complaint either way. In my opinion, you shouldn't, because every tournament we've ever played is usually 12 or maybe 14. Or
What did we do
13.
last year? 14 or 12?
14.
You said 14 because you saw you had the bracket. You told me before that.
Last year.
I mean,
last high stakes 14.
Last high stakes
I was saying last
Yeah.
tournament. We did 14.
I
or 12?
personally think the last high stakes was 14.
No, the last tournament we did
14.
I like 14 personally.
Well, we can decide it right now.
Should we flip the coin?
I mean, do 14.
14 all around, I think.
All right, 14.
What do you guys think in the comments?
Yeah.
As we decided, as they decided right here, go ahead and put your thoughts in the comments. See what we get up.
And your guy that's in the winners bracket that's waiting 4 hours for a game, keep that in mind.
Yes.
What is the, we got some comments. What is the last game going to? 14 still? Or you guys bump that one up like some tournaments do?
I say the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of doing that. I just like sticking with.
Uniform.
I'm also not a fan of going losers and winners.
I hate that. I hate it.
I mean,
No, I don't.
I hate 12 because a team scores 3-4 off the rip, and it's like you're almost done.
Yeah. Yeah, 14 across the board makes sense. All right. You guys decided?
No, don't decide anything live. As your lawyer, I don't recommend it.
I would decide.
I wouldn't. I would say it's under discussion.
I don't think it's a big deal. We could
I mean,
decide
16
tomorrow.
you're going to go till 2 in the morning. I'll tell you right now.
Oh, I know.
14 you're at least going to go 1.
Dave said 14.
I say 14. He likes 14.
Rocco says 14.
He likes 14. I like 14. We're going 14.
14. There
14
you have
it
it.
is.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Live.
Live.
Decided.
No take backs.
Any other rules you want to go over real quick while we're live? Same, right?
Yeah, same.
Foot off the board.
Foot off the board. You cannot measure at any time. Pauline's got to go past half court. You get 2 bads. If you mess that up, like I often do, the other team throws it out, but you still retain possession. And if it goes on the concrete at all, it's gone.
So the only thing out is the concrete and then
Yeah.
obviously like the pillars and
Yeah,
so it's wood's in,
Yeah.
top of wood's in.
The backboards are live. That was a big question for this thing.
Yeah.
A lot of text on that.
Wait,
over and over
they
again.
wanted you guys to change how you. Have you ever thrown a tournament where it's not live?
Yeah, but a lot of the people who've never played here
Okay.
didn't know if it was live.
Gotcha. That's fair.
What about
That's fair.
courts back to back? Are you going to do anything or just say screw it? If you play back to back, you play back to back.
So
Because this one's always a big
listen. I'm a big believer. Even if I'm playing a team that played on that court, I mean, if they know every break on that court, I think it's crazy. I think in this one,
You need courts to change.
I think in this one you gotta keep playing games.
We'll do our best not to do that.
Yeah, but if there's a
we
game,
got to do it. We have to do it.
If it's 0-0 on 2 courts and we got a game that has to play, it
Yeah.
has to play.
It's fair. Just it's always a question to get asked. I mean, I've run a lot of
I'd
tournaments.
like to
and I
have
get
more
asked
than 9 people here during the championship.
That's the
game,
tough
no matter
part.
who's in.
that. It's always the good ones at the end, and then no one's here to watch.
That's right, and that's trying
We had
to
that problem at the time.
That's why we stream it.
right, but
I get it.
I mean, we had the same problem at Time Festival. We're playing the championship at 12 in the morning, 12 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, and
Yeah,
no one's there.
that's the
But at
downfall.
9 o'clock at night, you have the place packed.
yep, that's the downfall.
It's crazy.
You want to tell them what we got tomorrow? Let them know.
Oh yeah, we got
Donuts.
typical breakfast stuff, donuts and coffee. And,
Tomorrow's all you can eat and drink, right?
Yeah.
Complimentary with the entry fee.
Yeah.
Which typically is
Wait, you
like
guys
how
didn't
it
pocket?
always is.
We
You didn't pocket the money that was taken on the winners?
no.
Because I get that comment.
That's nice
What do they
as
do
hell.
with that money?
That's nice as hell that you guys
Oh, I
do that,
know.
honestly. Not like
Give
it's
away more alcohol than they probably
Right.
easily.
So we got a
Easy.
food truck coming. And,
What?
You guys gonna make to order? Pizzas. He does a good job.
So
Joey's.
you said pizzas. I'm hitting the over.
Yeah.
I'm paying.
Little clam chowder, and then, Italian beef, salad,
Hot pepper.
pepperoni,
You guys
fried
doing the
hot
clam bakes
peppers.
tomorrow?
No. Going food truck tomorrow, and then later on, what is it, 1 to 4?
Yeah, he'll be here 1 to 4.
And then later on, it'll be grill, hamburgers, hot dogs.
Nice. Jerry Senior on the
On the
grill.
grill.
No one should leave hungry, that's for sure.
Never. No. I literally This
I'm
place
kind of interested to see how the bar will be tomorrow compared to a normal tournament.
light.
I think so
Light.
too. I
Yeah,
think
it
so
should be.
To be honest, I never drink. I drank the most last year at the high stakes.
Really?
By far.
Why?
Because I have to get my $300 back somehow. So I look at it as, how do I make my 300 back? Got a drink.
That's funny. Jeez.
We got third place, we still lost $50.
This is my favorite place. We have like a highlight on our Instagram. It says high stakes. So anytime people are like, where are you going to play? And I just always go to that and I just let them watch. I'm like, yep, that's someone's house. They're like, what? And it's always fun to tell the people who don't know what Bashi is. So they're like, you're serious? Like, you guys do this? I'm like, yep.
It's gonna be fun.
What do we have last year? 14 teams?
No.
No,
2
16.
courts, 6 teams.
Only 2 courts last year.
and 2 courts,
Yeah.
23, 3 courts. I mean, that's the
awesome.
biggest bocce tournament, period, by far.
Oh yes.
By far. All right, I wanted to do some rapid fire,
Yeah.
but before we do that,
I also want to talk Ryder Cup. Or whatever cup.
the main event, let's do some.
I want to go down the list and see who the X factor is on every team.
Yeah, okay. You want to go to X Factor? All right,
Yeah.
X Factor.
X Factor.
All right. And when you say X Factor, explain to our viewers.
Yes,
What do you
please.
mean by X Factor?
The Mr. X Factor of the weekend. You guys should sponsor us.
Like the MVP?
Like comes up on
No,
the
no,
screen.
no, no,
like
no, not
You
MVP.
mean the other week?
The guy,
The week?
no, not the weak link. Or it could be the MVP. I think the guy that controls the destiny of that team.
The guy that controls the destiny of that team. Okay. All right.
So if he plays well, they play
They
well.
win.
He plays bad, they don't play well.
Okay. I like that. All right, let's start. So let's start with Bocce Underground. So on that team we have the unit, Levi, Frank Rossi, and Jimmy Oma, who's flying in from Boston.
The unit's been recruiting for this tournament. Brought in Oma.
So who's your X factor on that team? We won't do everything. We'll pick some key teams here.
Okay, in my opinion, on that team,
Oma.
I'm going Levi.
Levi.
Good roller.
So if
Good
Levi
idea.
plays well, that team can go far.
Well, I mean Eric. I mean he's like who knows what factor he is.
Depends if he slept, if he worked. I mean, it all depends where he's coming from.
100%. Gotta be all over the board tomorrow, talking about this, that, the other thing. No, Levi.
All right, you got an opinion on that one, or you want to pat Oma?
Oma.
Because he's flying in.
He's just a great
I
player.
mean, Rossi's gonna play well here. He always does. You know, unit's a lead off, so he
All right.
should do okay.
Yeah.
I like Oma to be the game changer.
All right, let's go with Catulo Prime Meets. So you got Chris Level, Dante Level, Angelo Catulo, and Danny, who's the X Factor.
So Angelo, just so you guys know, Angelo is the
The
lead
pointer.
roller. I think Chris will be first hitter, Danny's second hitter, and then I'm the highman.
His brother.
Chris
Yeah.
plays well, that team will go far.
I agree.
I will concur. CPF, Federico, Felice, Tony Malorano Sr., and Jimmy DeFranco.
20.
That was my answer right off the bat. He's the one. We lost 13-12 in the MDR. That guy hit unbelievable shots.
Played well.
Every freaking one ball that guy played is going to get 4.
Just Franco.
DeFranco been playing lights out.
All right. Next team, MDR 7. Rocky DeLisio, which is Dante's dad. Frank Popio, Jack Durkin, and Ray Carlson.
I like that team.
Ray's the guy who we played at Wycliffe that was hitting on us.
Little kid.
Little kid, yep.
I mean,
Jack's Pat's dad, the judge.
I'm going to judge.
Yeah.
You just
but we're looking at it, if that person plays good, they'll do well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I think it's gotta be Frank.
He'll take that.
You think it's Frank?
Yeah, if he plays well, they'll do good.
I agree.
Because his last game here, you know, he could have been a little better.
So, Frank, underrated, overrated, or on par with what people think about him?
Popio?
Yeah. Under, over, or on par?
I mean, it depends who you talk to.
I'm asking you guys. Under, over, or on par? On par.
Depends where he plays.
Right here.
On par for sure. MVR over.
Rated.
No,
I say under.
Underrated.
Underrated.
That's what I meant.
Underrated. Here.
On par.
On par,
All right, let's go with Stewie and Matt's team. So that was balls deep. Matt Taylor, Vern Kurtz, Sean Newman, Robert Stewart.
It's got to be, in my opinion, Stu.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
If Stu plays well, that team goes far.
Yeah. I would imagine
But are they going to be able to go far considering what was brought up earlier about they have 2 leadoffs and one's going to be second pointing? I mean, is that a big deal? I don't know.
I mean, it
I'll
depends.
tell you what, if you rip me from leadoff,
It's a different game for you. It's a different game.
Yeah.
But
Alright.
if you're top 5, you probably could adjust.
Right.
My
yeah.
favorite second placer team. These guys have played second place more than I think.
Is Russ on the
any
team?
other team.
Russ.
Russ. Pete, Joe, and Doug Carter.
Doug.
I mean, those guys are always in the hunt.
Mine's Pete.
Pete, Doug,
Yeah, Pete.
Pete. I go Doug because I've seen when Doug's on fire, that team kind of rallies. But when Doug starts missing, I see that team kind of. I mean, we played them.
That's when the
I
hat
know we
flies.
played.
This
Yeah.
hat
He's a hat though.
Is there
Everyone has a thing, man. Everyone has a thing.
Is there a reason why Russ won't get his haircut? I gotta
He's
know.
waiting to win.
Hey, if they win, you're cutting live.
Instead
Should be your
of
Clippers.
five, instead of
All right,
five.
that's fine.
Someone's bringing Clippers tomorrow. If Russ wins tomorrow, we're cutting.
By the way,
the
I'm going to break this out for you too now that you said that. If Pa's football team wins tomorrow,
Yeah.
he's shaving his head.
Live? And
Live.
during the tournament?
Live.
All right, cool.
shaving his head.
He's shaving his head.
Wow.
All right, Tron Pepe, Tim Tripepi, Ron Capagreco, Anthony Capagreco, and Matt Estes. Who's the X Factor?
Oh, mine is Ron Capricorn. Because if he's on fire, he's on fire.
Agreed. And again, he's put in the same spot Tony is, but they got to make the play.
He's always the last guy back.
I couldn't hear you there. Who'd you say?
Capricorn.
Ron?
He's
Ronnie?
always the last guy back.
Ronnie's the freaking man. Love that dude.
Same. How about your guys' team, Mr. Excavator?
Easy.
So-
Easy.
Who do you think?
Me.
You?
Why? Why you?
Because I haven't been playing very well lately.
Hey,
And you play both roles. You have to point and shoot. So
Yeah, you
can
do.
play
You do both.
No, I'll be honest. I mean, if this guy's on fire, it changes the whole game.
I mean, you
Yeah.
were on fire
But
last year. Never seen you
any
play that
pointer
well.
that's on fire.
That's true, that's
so you
why-
could take the first pointer on every team. And say
Agreed.
if he's on fire, it changes the
That's
whole
why I
game.
don't like
Because you get the best shooter out from the other team.
Yeah.
I just think that the second pointer, third shooter is put into a
It's a hard
predicament.
it's a hard role. It's a hard role.
But mine has nothing to do with it. It's just the way I'm playing. Sorry.
All right, anyone else you guys probably know pretty well here?
ABV.
ABV, yeah, ABV. Dom, Mike, Roach, and Dennis.
I think if Mike plays well, they'll do good.
That's the first pointer.
Yeah.
Mine's Dennis.
Dennis.
I'm gonna have to go. Well, see, I can't pick Dennis because I don't know their approach because I feel like I don't know who's hitting first. I feel like they switch.
Usually Dennis starts, and then if Dennis
Yeah.
struggles,
Though
Roach comes
Dennis
in.
will shoot first here because Anthony loves pointing here.
I'm saying a Benny.
I go with Benny.
I'm saying a Benny because that second, there's some cases where he has to hit a
I've
big
seen
shot.
Benny have to take that dirt shot more times
Yep.
than not.
You'll know right away if Dennis is hot.
Yeah.
Right off the bat.
Right off the bat. If it's sticking, it's hot. If it's not, it's not.
Shout out to the Benny.
All right, how about we'll go Molisani concessions. Chavetti, Gentile, Rondog, and Gianni.
Oh, man.
A lot of hybrids on that team. I feel
Yeah, that's a good
other
team.
than
My guess is Bobby rolls first,
Yeah.
Dante
Yeah.
shoots first, Johnny plays second, and Rondog plays second shooter. That's my guess for the line.
If Ron Bond does good.
Yeah.
I'm going down
You
there.
go Dante.
the Chevette.
I will say when they played last time, they could not Dante shot great, but there was a couple shots if he hit, they would have won the game.
I think I talked to him. He's like, I think he even told me himself. He's like, yeah, I missed some shots.
I mean, he
Listen,
missed.
you know, everyone knows when the game's on. Right? Everyone knows when the game's on. Everyone can, you know when you
You remember. All right. Well, speaking of Johnny, underrated, overrated, or on par?
Johnny? I mean, I think he's on par. Everyone thinks he's.
Everyone thinks he's ranked.
He's the second best player in Youngstown, isn't that it?
That was the last Youngstown ranking went. Yeah, I agree. On par.
I mean, I don't know.
He's also has a lot of like, he's traveled a lot, played like international style. So I feel like he's been playing for a while. All right, what else you got for us?
Those are probably all the teams. I mean, we can talk about TC Construction, kind of a conglomerate here. Brian Polans, Bruno, Rock, Grary, and Roth. That's an interesting team. I don't know who's playing what.
I wouldn't be surprised if they went deep.
I don't think Polans has ever played here. Not that it matters, but I don't think he's ever played here. I don't know the one guy.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know Rocco.
And
Rocco, good people. You might be watching.
I mean, I watched Bruno play with him. It looked like,
Bruno was on
fire. It looked like Bruno 10 years ago.
I'm telling you now, that team could.
Bruno stuck around every ball he played against them.
By the way,
Every
I was
ball.
told the last tournament, I saw him play, that Bruno is the best shooter that's ever played bocce. That we know of. They said he's better than
Who's
when he was
they?
healthy.
when he was healthy.
When he was healthy.
Better,
Yeah, I've heard that too.
better than
I mean, the guy was sticking around last year.
Jose?
yeah, better than Jose.
I mean, I love the guy. He's a great guy.
And you can tell that he's hurting every time he throws the ball.
I've heard of that. What you just said.
I heard about his accident. A cement wall fell on him.
Yeah.
The old cement wall fell on him.
He didn't play for a couple of years.
Yeah. And just like that, he's back.
That team, like I said, you know, they
The
all
crazy
know how to
players.
play. If you know how to play and you're humming that day,
So you guys are both shooters. What do you like shooting, hard or soft? I know you're hard. I know you're hard.
See, I've been trying to tell myself like, I don't need to throw as hard. So I'm aware, but I throw.
So Bruno's a classic.
He's a Croach. Bruno and Croach are.
He's Croach before Croach.
Right, he's Croach before Croach.
It's very hard to stick around when you throw soft like that, I feel. But they somehow.
Because they do the bounce hit.
Do they throw it out, right?
Yeah,
they throw it out.
They throw it out.
Which is actually
Our style has
we
to
throw
be, you
it
have
too
to get
hard.
it clean, and if you get it clean, you're going to stick.
Yeah, we have hard.
It's tough. All right. Question here: is Tron dead? Will Tron ever come back?
I don't know. I think that Anthony is like searching for like
The next
guys.
Tron?
No guy, like different guys.
Okay, moving on.
no, I mean, I don't think they're done, but I feel the same
Like, are
way.
you saying they can't win this tournament? Yeah, they could win this tournament,
I
but
just feel like they got to figure out who their four is and go with it and stick with it. That's what I
Yeah, I think that's a lot of people. So stick with the core group.
No, that's a good question. I mean, you know, come on.
It's tough.
All right. Just a random question: what college football playoff? Who's going to win the college football playoffs this year?
It's Buckeyes all year. I'm biased, but I think this year is for sure Buckeyes.
Buckeyes.
Are you a Buckeye fan?
yeah, I mean they're playing with an NFL offense.
Yeah, I'm not even trying to be biased. They're just so good right now.
All right. What's the best nickname you have for the unit?
Hands up.
Man's out.
I like I like Ken Logston, the generator.
The generator.
That dude. Did you see Ken? That one video. Ken brought a whole ass generator out to the bocce court to like.
Can I ask him a question? Why does he fall on the ground when he points it?
Well, so does I could name 3 other people.
Yeah. Why
Is it
do
like
you?
a better view?
So
Why do
Mike,
you?
can you start doing that?
Let's ask.
So
I'll never get up.
Joe Cesar does it. Chris Federico does it.
Anthony Caparego sometimes.
Anthony Capogreco does
DJ?
it.
OTL
TJ does it.
OTL Joe.
Danny Catullo.
Danny Catullo does it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Have you tried it?
That's a great question. That's a great question that came up. When you're playing for 18 grand, does someone call someone for going over the line here?
No.
No?
Only
If
because
it's blatant?
if you call it over the line now, you better change it. I'm gonna go off on this because I hate this shit. You better call for every other tournament. Because I keep hearing the.
What's the rule on coaching?
How do you prove it?
I keep hearing the rule.
Well,
where
I
it
mean,
can be back
all
to it.
you got to do is ask
What's the
someone
rule
to
on
call
coaching?
us.
I'm curious.
Coaching?
Coaching. Like, let's just say you're not part of the game and someone says, hey, what should I do here? Are you allowed to ask that question?
No.
Yeah, I agree. You
No,
should.
you can't be asking people outside the
That's
court,
crazy.
what should I do?
Personally, if a fucking team's asking someone what to do, I'm fine with it.
I don't know.
But they're in the finals.
They have no
They're in
idea
the
what
finals.
they're doing.
They're in the finals.
No, you can't ask. Come on.
That was ridiculous.
I think I'm getting set up, but you can't ask.
No, you're not.
I could give a fuck if someone tells them, because if a team's asking what to do in the finals,
I'm just curious.
I mean, it depends who it is, too.
All right, so back to over the line. So what? Over the line. What's your over the line? Back foot has to be before when you're
no,
crossing.
I'm
or
not. If you're sliding or 1 foot over, I'm talking guys that are like shooting at the white pole.
Yeah, and that happens, and that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I think the back foot thing.
So you're
is,
telling me if you're playing someone for 18 grand,
no,
and
and
you're
they do
shooting
that,
at the white
if
pole?
they're doing that, yes, but I thought you meant like the back
No,
foot thing.
no.
So-
Okay, no, if they're doing the white pole thing, then yes, I think that should be called out. You get a 1 warning, and if you do that shit again, it's whatever the international rule is, I think. Or
What is the
government
rule? Lose your ball or what?
So the rule when we went to,
I forget.
well, it's a warning and then the ball's dead. And
So
then
what if you do it though and you're dead and they hit a ball and
Yeah,
shit
that's
you gotta put
scatters?
it back? You gotta put it back to what
To
you
roughly
think
what it was.
Roughly what you think it was.
And if you, and I think there's a rule if you can't decide what
I mean,
it was, it's like a.
I don't want to name names. There's probably like 2 or 3 people that constantly cross the line to an extent where you're like, come on, like that's far.
One of them doesn't matter.
True, but two of them will go far.
I
they
don't know.
cross.
I don't know. The other one, I'm telling you, the other one might go far too. It's one of my teams.
It's tough. And what do you say? I mean, it's like it's a tough
So
conversation.
we hold a board meeting and we come together and we have a line of agreements.
So Mike, who is our
all
rules
around.
committee tomorrow?
You're looking at it right here.
Right. I mean,
We usually step in to help measure.
I hope it doesn't come to that crap, people going over the line.
Have you ever had that here?
No.
No, but I mean, you just,
Everyone's pretty good on that.
yeah, you see it and you're like,
Everyone's
Throw a couple
typically pretty
comments,
good on it. Yeah, everyone's typically.
I'm gonna be honest. I think once you tell someone they're over the line, it fucks with them so much that like you start seeing them like creep back and then their game almost falls.
We were at Mount Carmel, right? In the middle of a festival tournament. Some random
Oh
some guy
my God!
goes up
This citizen, he comes
Just a
up to me.
spectator.
It's 2 and 2 on each side. So Kajini's with me on my side, and this guy comes to me. He's like, "Hey, you gotta tell that guy." Like, I don't know if he doesn't know he's on my team. He's like, he's going over the line, and he doesn't know like the back foot thing, and like everyone's already doing it.
yeah, it's the worst.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh no, like, trust me, I know, I've been arguing on it. Like, I'm having a conversation with a big tournament, 120
Mid,
people.
like,
around.
shots.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, just don't, like, no one really cares here, it's just like back foot type deal. And then we go back to playing, and then round ends, we have like another shot, and he rounds over, and he's trying to get his attention, like, coming off the court. And I just like, hey buddy, like, I just give him a tap and like, get him off the court, I'm like, beat it, like, we don't want to hear it anymore. Like, he's harping on it. Just doesn't know what's going on.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone here complain though. Never.
No, it's a good atmosphere.
Yeah, I agree. Everyone's great people. Everyone respects the place, which is the rule of thumb here.
Yeah.
The rule of thumb everywhere.
All right. Well, I guess since Jerry's taking a quick break,
Be gone. Be gone.
we'll go with some rapid fire for school.
Ooh, I like this.
All right. Texting or talking?
Text.
Favorite day of the week?
Saturday.
Saturday. Favorite state in the United States besides Ohio?
South Carolina.
Why is that?
So I like them.
Nicknames your parents used to call you?
Chippy.
Chippy. And then is it sauce or gravy?
Sauce.
All right. All right. Now you're back, Jerry. Let's do real quick before we. I don't know how much time you guys have, but I want to pull up the draft list. You guys want to do that real quick? You guys want to talk about it or not?
Sure.
So when you say draft list, you're talking about the main event Ryder Cup, 4 captains, 2 of them right here. So Jerry, Tripullo, the unit, and Dante Dillison.
All right, Jerry. If there's one person on your team that you weren't able to pick that you want, who would it be?
Like if I had like the first pick,
Yeah.
Well, my first pick was always going to be, if I had the first pick, was always the same one through until he was gone. It was Croach.
Croach.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, I was picking Croach.
Same. Got it. If there's one person you could trade, who would you trade?
Have any trades been done? Sorry, I need to ask that.
No trades.
But discussed though, maybe
Oh, yeah,
behind
there's been
closed
some
doors.
discussion.
And let me be clear, not that you want to trade off your team.
Yeah.
Not Croach. Who would you want to trade on your team? Let's do that.
Yeah.
Trade on my team?
Yeah, and it can't be Croach, like, or the top four. Like, who's someone that you were hoping
I want-
to get
I
that
want-
was kind of farther in the round?
I want the guy who Bruno picked for me. I want Bruno Lionel.
Bruno.
Yeah, because I'm trying to get all those guys together.
Mike's got.
Those old school guys.
Mike's got the.
Mike's got the 1950s.
I like that.
He's got the.
I was trying to bring them back, and
Is
you
it the
guys blew
85
it.
Bears?
You guys screwed me on that. I was trying to
Make a
bring
trade.
you guys all
Make a
back.
trade.
One guy that I want on my team,
I'm gonna make a trade.
and it can't be Crow because it would have been
Can't be like Cat, Croach, DeCillo, the top.
Right, you gotta go in the middle.
Somewhere in the middle. Like, who was someone that was like, oh, I wish I would have got, but, you know, they were kind of in the middle.
I don't like that. That's the problem. You can't come up with a name.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, he doesn't like me.
Flash him the list.
Right.
Show him the list.
No, he's got to know off the top of his head.
I mean, the two that didn't play, I would have liked them on my team.
Well, yeah, Tim and Dennis.
Yeah. Well, I kind of got everyone. I mean, obviously my team is picked pretty much
By you,
guys
for you.
I know that I have any time with, so I'm good with my team. Even though the unit wanted to trade.
Who do you want to trade?
Yeah. Who?
Well, what he told me was that Taylor wanted off my team and onto his.
Okay.
Ooh.
You probably did. You think he did?
I guess.
Does he think he's playing games or that's true?
So he came up with this trade. He dangled Croach, and then he wanted like 3 of my top 4 picks, and he was giving me like
$300 cash.
and he was giving me like his bottom 2 picks in Croach. And he's like, everyone's gonna laugh at me if I give away Croach, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. So I came up with another trade to him, and he
Everybody's
really
gonna laugh at me.
Yeah,
Nice. So Matt Taylor wants off your team.
wants off my team.
You gotta ask him. Trade. I'll trade right now. I'll trade right
I
now.
will say I think Eric has the strongest team by far.
Dave Melarano said no coaching. Come on, what kind of question is
I
that?
agree. Yeah, I agree.
Ali said, I think it should be front foot. International rules, you can place your front foot on the line. No comment around Matt Taylor.
Matt said he's probably out enjoying his life on Friday night.
No, they're watching. Some people. He's probably writing a response right now.
So
He
yeah,
wanted to trade. Wow.
I think Eric's team is the strongest by far right now as it stands.
By far.
Yeah, I think all teams are great. Anthony, what do you think?
I mean, I like Eric's team.
Is it the same thing? Is it whoever's out that day?
I mean, I think it's the
These
same.
guys, everybody knows how to play. Everybody's pretty good. You know what I mean?
Honestly, if you probably took a level of skill, it's probably just, it's like this.
You gotta blend those people together too. That's not gonna be easy.
That'll be interesting.
That's the interesting part, how you form your four team.
Yeah.
Like, do you feel like you have
And then how about when he puts X up for his one-on-one, and I'm going to say, who am I going to put up against him? Because then, we haven't decided that.
yeah, so
Someone's got a name.
yeah, so the way it works was we flip a coin for the first, you say you put yours, and I go, and then you go, then I go,
Yeah,
then I
so
go.
I mean,
then
it's
you
crazy
go.
on that day. It's like,
Well, it depends on they're playing. You
Yeah.
gotta look at what's
Yeah.
going on.
You gotta know who are
do you put your stud up against their stud, realizing that your stud
Do you want to put your
beat?
stud against their crapper so that you get a point? I mean, there's a lot of strategy in this.
I was told there's too much strategy to play. Like,
Oh, too much strategy.
yeah, you can't be a coach and a player.
Yeah, you can't play.
It's like the Kevin and Stefanski. You can't be the offensive coordinator, which I agree on that. I mean, on bocce, if someone thinks I'm coming here for 12 hours to watch everybody play bocce, and you're out of the fucking mind, I'm playing.
I don't want to give away
Fucking
like.
mouse. On the court. My dad was trying to get me, fucking got one.
I don't want to give away like how you guys are thinking, but you two are playing each other. Do you guys care if I ask like if I throw a player out from your team, who you put against them?
What?
All right, so let's say Jerry throws out Frank Rossi. Who are you putting up against?
Frank Rossi, for Bob.
Wow.
Is Frank Rossi a hitter anymore? I don't
But
even
now
know.
he's a hitter. He's not a
He's
pitcher.
a hitter.
Okay, well then I changed my mind.
That's the other thing. You guys have to watch how they play. Too.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
And I thought he didn't want to be.
He's been hitting every turn I've seen.
Okay. Okay.
He's hitting tomorrow.
Lufatika? I don't know.
Yeah.
Salvage?
Rather would. If the team would be a good pick.
I got to know all the players.
Yeah, thanks.
It'll be
I'm trying to think about it.
it'll be fun to see the teams in their little friggin' huddles.
Yeah,
You know,
they're off the
making the
back.
call. You know?
We're gonna have to make team areas.
Yeah.
I'll go back to
Yeah.
the team camp.
Team tents.
Okay, I don't know. All right, let's say Chipulo puts up. Let's say he puts up his 2 front picks, DeCillo and Aveni. What 2 are you putting against DeCillo and Aveni? Which that's a great pointer and a great freaking hitter.
Big pair, yeah.
He's got to put his best.
You put your
pointer in
best
there.
2. Would it be Posk and Dan based
No.
off the way you draft?
Maybe he puts his worst 2 so he concedes the point.
I
To
concede.
get a point.
I'm
Somewhere
not
else.
conceding anything.
Or do you
That's
put,
going to come into play.
I
Not
mean,
wrong. You're not wrong.
do you put Triv, who plays very well here, as a pointer, and a hitter, and someone else?
So he's got
He's got DeCillo and Aveni.
Frank and Aveni. I'm gonna go with.
I think what you do is you concede because you can't beat
I'm not
those 2.
conceding.
I mean, that's a tough 2. They play in a tournament
I'm
together?
going me and Pasta.
Wow.
I love that. I
mean,
like that.
confidence, I like it.
You guys are a good duo together, then, no?
Here, I mean, yeah. You guys partner all the time, right?
Just a shoulder shrug.
I don't know.
Taylor, you out there yet?
We'll see if he wrote a comment.
Taylor.
Does Taylor want to play?
Taylor wants out.
There was a comment on there for they wanted us to flip the camera and do a 2-on-2 $100 game with us 4.
Who?
Some guy, Jim Kramer, I don't know.
$100.
I'm not scared.
I just-
Hey,
I
I'm
just
just saying
gave
what the people
$100.
said. I didn't make it up. Just saying.
All right, let's go. Let's do one more here. I started with you. Okay, I'll start with you. So, Jerry throws out Carlo and Dave. Yeah, Carlo. And Dave. $2 on you.
I know he's got to go. I know where he's going with this one. He
And
has
you can't play
He's
Frank.
gotta-
You can't play Frank
I
and
know, but he's got to
Aveni.
play the mind game right there. He's got to go to the mind game.
This is my roster.
Here.
Come on, you know the mind game.
All right, here I'll name.
I got you.
I know who he's going. I know right away his first pick right now.
So you put Carlo and Dave out. 2 great
Dave,
players.
Carlo, I know who he's going
Pino
with.
and Lucy Jones.
Pino
Come
and
on, Dave!
Are you kidding?
Dave, can you beat him one time, buddy? One
Pino
time.
and Pete all day long.
Why, they haven't beat him?
They can't beat his own. Every time I play with him, his dad drills them.
Ooh, you heard it here live.
Hey, we gotta make sure this is all live streamed.
Pino
It's
and
still-
Pete.
there's
I'm
comments
not-
coming.
I'm talking about the matches.
Oh,
that.
yeah.
That's
Pino
gonna
and
be,
Pete.
We have to make sure we watch.
for sure. That's gonna be good.
Any other questions you guys want to ask on this?
Are you guys playing? Is Dante playing
We're hoping
Eric.
to play December 3rd.
off-site somewhere? Or where would that be?
Trying. Fine.
Well, what are they talking about? Is it NBR?
NEO maybe?
Oh, NEO. Me.
Possibly.
Wow.
It's an option. We'll see. See what we do. I mean, all we got to do is just use the place for a couple hours.
Who's your pick to win tomorrow? The whole thing. One team.
I mean,
You pick
you
yourself,
can't,
right?
you can't pick your own
You can
team.
pick yourself if you want.
I like our team.
All right.
I picked the second
The
best.
second best team?
So, yeah, you're actually.
The actual.
Yeah.
That's fun. Man,
Jesus.
I really like. I like ABB.
Let me see it.
I hope we get to play them all. where they're seated either. Don't worry.
I'm not even looking at that. I'm not even looking at that. I like ABV, but since you called them out already, I mean, CPF, man. God.
I mean, CPF's in this too, but I think ABV takes
It's,
CPF.
I feel like it's hard to pick CPF also because, like, what are the odds of winning another one here right away?
And just coming off a fall class.
Right away. I don't know. A lot of pressure, Chris.
Felice was driving in from New York.
Yeah, it's a long drive. Felice's legs are going to be tight.
He's probably got to leave right now. Get here in time for that game.
This shit's not easy.
No,
shit,
it's hard.
it's not
I usually like will spit something out.
You picking yourself?
I mean, of course, I'm picking myself. I thought
Who's
it
your
was
point
spit
at?
too.
No, yeah, you got picked two.
Who's that?
I'm taking bad action.
Who's that?
Trick.
Yeah.
You like Tristan, huh? You really like Tristan.
Yeah.
He plays well. The kid plays well. So you played first game, so you're trying to get
He
us
said, Chipola said they're playing us.
I'm gonna go with I don't know. Something's telling
But
me.
let's talk about bad action real quick. Pino, great player. Billy Davis, hit or miss. I think depends on how he plays.
When he plays against me, he's good.
So I'd say he's X factor in that team. Triv has always played great first. I mean, I see the guy hit and point all the time. And then Marco Orlando Jr. is just solid all around.
I just picked him.
To win the whole thing.
Yeah, to win the whole thing.
I will make sure they know tomorrow morning before you play.
I will let him know.
Put this live. This episode.
Put it on TV.
Put it live tomorrow. We're playing this. Alright, we'll wait for Chipola's answer, and then I have a question for you. First team out.
What's that first game?
That's easier than who's gonna win.
16. Who's that game?
How many teams go 0-2 right off the bat in the 23 team?
Like, what's the
Loser
stat on that?
12.
No, actually.
2, a loser, and 1 Magus. Those are the two.
Who, Magus?
Well, Magus and Molisani for Cthulhu and ITM will be the first. The loser of that game will be the first loser's bracket to play.
And those are the first two teams that can go out.
Yes.
That
AJ,
sucks.
I love you, but I think it's you.
Molisani for Magus and Cthulhu Crimes Against the Night team. The first two losers. It's tough stuff. Tomorrow's a tough day, man.
Yeah, it sucks too, you know. It could happen to any of us though.
Yeah.
Stick around for the food truck.
What time is the food truck? I'm staying here regardless, yeah.
I gotta drink through another alcohol. So.
Yeah. I mean,
We'll see.
what else? What else we got going on?
Politically correct.
I mean, I don't know. This is one tournament. I really can't look at it.
Is this one tournament that you're excited for though? Like, do you guys really like?
Yeah.
This one you really want to play all year round?
Yeah.
I mean, this is your fourth tournament here, right? You've had the two-man, you've had the spring, you had the JAC cool-down, you had the fall classic. This is the high stakes, and then you'll have the two-man. So you have 6 year total. This is number.
Oh, we're having a women's tournament too.
And the
so.
women's.
Heck yeah.
November
When's that?
5th. November 5th.
That's awesome.
So this is number 5 here. Then there's the women's, and then there's the two-man high stakes.
Yep.
No one else does the high stakes, do they? Or before us, right?
First. Whose idea was that?
They told me it couldn't happen.
Why?
I thought it was the units.
I told you before COVID hit, I wanted to do a high stakes.
You wanted all money to go to
I
first
wanted
place.
all money to go to first place, and I wanted to do whatever it was per team. I don't know. I thought maybe that it was $500 or $1,000 per team. And these guys were like, it won't happen. We won't get enough teams. So we didn't do it that year. We didn't even try. Then COVID hit where no one did anything. And we threw it out.
You got JAC here.
Yes.
That was my first tournament.
That was your first time.
My first time coming to a
And
tournament.
we threw the high stakes out. And we got it. But yeah, but I wanted to pay one place.
I think you gotta go more next year too because I didn't realize we went 1,200 last year. We went 1,000 first year, 1,200 last year, 1,200 this year.
So you want to bump it up to
Yeah, I mean
1,500 next
inflation,
year?
you gotta go up with
Well, you're going with 7%
the cost of
inflation.
living. You gotta go up.
I truly thought this one was 1,500.
Yeah,
Next-
a couple people asked me, they thought it was too. But
Well, there was rumors going around that it was 400 a person. So that would have been 16.
Next year it's gonna be, it's gotta be
that
2 days.
actually what it's gonna be next
And
year.
it's got to be 2 days. Then you gotta say,
So yeah, you have to do. We gotta have it.
you gotta say Friday, Saturday, 2 days.
And get like a slip and slide out here, you know,
So that's
make
it.
a merry-go-round, make it a festival.
So it's already official. 1,600 a team, 400 a player,
2 days.
2 days.
Friday, Saturday.
Throw it up on
Friday, Saturday, Saturday,
Throw it up
Saturday.
on the website.
Friday, Saturday. Friday, Saturday.
Because you guys go to church on Sunday.
Correct.
Next year's schedule gets released this Sunday.
Yeah.
That's right,
We have
Sunday.
pretty much all the tournaments.
I mean, I would love. So people are around.
What's that?
Yeah.
you want the finals for
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, I get that.
I mean, you want that Wycliffe somewhat feeling.
Absolutely.
Well, imagine this place, center court too. I want to do UBC here. Yeah.
We need to do a big one next year, here.
What?
Like a 3-day.
Okay, I was gonna say you can't do more than 24 teams one day here.
No, like a
We've hit the max. 23, 24, you're done. Can't go more.
So I want to do UBC, so like the 1v1 matches, the 2v2, like do rounds and only do like on center court. Have this place packed. Have like an announcer, ring girls, you know, do the whole thing. Ring guys. This one's makes it good for our viewers.
For the viewers.
I
That's
mean,
all. I think it would be. I think it would be awesome. Place packed.
meanwhile, you want to have a tournament.
You want to have a 3-day what?
Yeah.
I mean, JAC brings in 56 teams,
Yeah.
roughly, right?
I just don't think we could, I don't think you'd ever get 56.
We thought about doing like a combined, but I don't know if that would work.
Combine what?
Like run a big tournament where we're playing in both places, but you can't do it. It's hard.
It's tough.
Well, I know. We've done it.
simultaneously,
What's that?
like at the same time, like running
Yeah.
at the same time,
Yeah.
so they coincide. And
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously you guys know we have the website with the tournaments, and just to give you guys a preview in the next year, out of 52 weeks, if you take out the holiday weekends and Valentine's Day weekend, right? You just take out those, you're only left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 open weekends of bocce.
So too much.
That is 46 weekends of bocce.
And out of the
Sounds like a lot of
how
trouble.
many did you tell me he runs? 13?
So Chipulo runs himself almost 30, what I say, 33% of all the tournaments.
I
I
hope
think.
my wife's not watching.
She's for sure.
I mean, yeah, you do 7 to 8 here. You do 3 at Alt House if you count the Friday, Saturday, Sunday that you do at Alt House plus JAC, 4 really.
In Columbus,
Uh,
5.
6.
yeah, I mean,
And the Brown Leaf, 6.
yeah, I mean, and some of those I didn't count just because I mean they're somewhat smaller, but it's a lot. I have them on my list. The big ones, I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of time.
No, I know.
The NEO does 3. Youngstown does 8, so they do quite a bit too in that area. I mean, just with all the
And I think Wycliffe's angling to do more.
well, where? I mean, Wycliffe only has 2 on the schedule. They have Wycliffe, right? CCOB, Cleveland Cup Challenge, and then they do a Memorial one.
They do the
That's
Memorial.
it. That's all. And where else are you going to put a tournament?
That's a spring one.
The Memorial Day one. Rome and Mount Carmel are going to conflict again. So they're never going to get off. And then they asked me, I said, don't move to the next weekend because that's your tournament. And you move to that tournament, you won't get anyone up there.
Yeah.
So they said they'll never conflict with you.
Well, I moved mine because of them.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They'll never
So I don't
move that.
conflict with them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So that's done. I mean, where else can we do tournaments? I mean, it's crazy. You start playing during the week, like what? It's a lot of bocce.
So we have nothing in Columbus, so that's why we come up here.
Yeah, that's why we just got to move here.
Looking for a Bocce Bros condo, Airbnb.
Yeah. You got some land here. We just buy a little parcel.
I've been trying to build out here in this backyard.
Chester land.
Yeah.
Any closing comments you guys want to wrap up with?
Yeah, anything about tomorrow? Anything else?
I mean, good luck to everybody.
7:30, be there.
Yep. Don't be late. You gotta come early, please. We gotta get this thing
So
going.
the first game's kick off at 8, then you ask everyone to be here 30 minutes early, so the next team should be here at 8:15.
Yeah, I mean, if
They
all
should,
teams
yes.
are here, we're going at 7:45 if all teams are here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We're going.
we just want to get going.
14 points, we decided.
Yes.
Yes.
We went over the rules.
Yes.
Good luck to everyone.
Good luck to everybody.
Salute.
Cheers.
All right, see you tomorrow. All right. We're gonna play a 2-on-2 game now.